Did you know that the Merseyside derby has had more red cards than any other derby in the Premier League? From the 60 matches the two sides have played in the Premier League alone, there have been 23 red cards. Even more red cards exist between the two if you look at their 180 other matches against each other in other competitions. In this video, we're going to look at 10 of the biggest rivalries in football worldwide. We'll look at who's leading the rivalries, some crazy things from each of these matchups, and we'll see the biggest rivalry in football history in our number 1 spot. Before we get started, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Now, go grab a cold beer and let's get to our number 10 spot. Number 10. Barcelona vs Real Madrid. Everyone in the world knows about El Clasico. Barcelona and Real Madrid have had a long list of legendary players, including the likes of Ronaldinho, Luis Figo, Lionel Messi, and Cristiano Ronaldo play for them. The teams have met 282 times in all competitions, with Barcelona having won 116 times, Real Madrid winning 104, and the remaining 62 matches being ties. In La Liga though, where both teams currently play, Real Madrid has beaten Barcelona more times with 76 wins compared to Barcelona's 73. 35 of their league matches have ended in ties. Sergio Ramos and Lionel Messi have had the most appearances in the matchups, playing 45 times each, and Lionel Messi has the most goals scored with a total of 26, all for Barcelona. Sergio Ramos, on the other hand, holds the record for most red cards in the team's matchups, with a total count of 5. The largest scoreline these two giants have ever had was an astounding 11-1 win for Real Madrid in June of 1943, which came in the second leg of a tournament. It was the semi-finals, and they had to overcome a 3-0 loss from their last match. Clearly, they got the job done. Number 9. Internazionale vs AC Milan. Anytime you have two teams from the same city playing each other, you can expect a heated rivalry. The two Milan-based teams have played each other a total of 232 times in all competitions, with Inter having 85 wins and AC Milan having 78. The other 69 matches were ties. The Milan derby has had its fair share of excitement throughout its history. For example, their meet-up on November 6, 1949 saw 11 goals in a single match. AC Milan managed to have a 4-1 lead in only 19 minutes. Inter would fight back and win the match 6-5 with the help of a hat-trick from Amadeo Amadei in the 64th minute of the match. Many people see this to be one of the greatest comebacks ever in Italian football history. Number 8. Arsenal vs Chelsea. The North West London derby has one of the most well-known opposing sides we've ever seen. Anyone who supports Arsenal hates Chelsea and vice versa. Maybe it's something to do with the red versus blue jerseys, which we'll see again a little later in this video. Many famous players actually have played for both of the London teams. Some of the best known ones include Anelka, Ashley Cole, Fabregas, Giroud, Petr Cech and David Luiz. Arsenal holds a lead on Chelsea, having won 80 of their 205 meetings, and Chelsea winning 66. They've tied 59 times besides that. The most bizarre occurrence between the two teams has to be an incorrectly given red card in March of 2014. Oxlade-Chamberlain gave away a handball on a shot by Eden Hazard that resulted in a straight red card given not to him but to Kieran Giggs due to mistaken identity. Arsenal would go on to win the appeal for the red card and neither player would serve a suspension, but they did lose the match with a scoreline of 6-0 on what was Arsene Wenger's 1000th game managing for the club. Number 7. Liverpool vs Everton. The Merseyside derby is a fierce one that, as stated earlier, has seen 23 red cards in its 60 Premier League matches. Liverpool have been victorious in 97 of the meetings, while Everton has only won 67 times. What's crazy is that Everton has won fewer games than they've tied though. The two teams have drawn even 76 times in their 240 total games. Back on the topic of red cards, this derby has seen two players get a red card twice in its history. Both Liverpool captain Steven Gerrard and Everton captain Phil Neville have been given their marching orders twice in the derby's existence. The highest scoring match for these teams was an 11-goal bonanza, where Liverpool won at home 7-4 back in the 1932-33 season. As for the most successful player in the derby, we have Ian Rush. He is the only player to have scored in every type of competition the teams have played each other in, including regular league play, the FA Cup, a League Cup match, the Charity Shield, and the Screen Sports, which is better known as the Football League Super Cup. He has managed to score 25 goals in all of these competitions combined. Number 6. LAFC vs LA Galaxy. It's time to take a trip to North America, where we can see two Los Angeles teams go at each other in what is a young but fierce rivalry. El Tráfico has currently only seen 15 matches between their two teams, but they are anything but forgettable. In every meeting between the clubs, there has been a minimum of 2 goals scored, and the average goal scored in the derby is a whopping 4.3 per game. This includes back-to-back games that saw 8 goals, where LAFC won both matches with scorelines of 5-3 in October of 2019 and 6-2 in July of 2020. These two insane scorelines only make up 2 of their 3 wins so far, with LA Galaxy winning 7 matches and the teams drawing 5 times. Besides that, there have only been 3 clean sheets in the 15 matches, and as it stands, Carlos Vela leads the derby with the most goals scored, having put in 10 goals in all of his El Tráfico matches thus far. So far we've visited 4 different leagues. Comment down below which league you'd like to watch the most. Also, let us know what team won your country's league last season. Number 5. Bayern Munich vs Borussia Dortmund. Bayern is one of the best teams in the world. They are extremely decorated with various trophies, never mind their current 10 league titles in a row. Currently the teams have played 133 matches against each other, with 66 matches going to Bayern and 33 going to Dortmund, which is just one shy of the 34 ties they've had. The two teams have had some historic matches that happened during a Der Klassiker. Some of these include the 2012 penalty save Borussia had against Bayern late in the season to go 6 points clear of their counterparts. That season would mark their 8th title and most recent title win. Another big Der Klassiker was the Champions League final the following year, with an 89th minute winner by Arjen Robben that to this day remains in many people's memories as one of the most dramatic last minute winning matches in Champions League history. Number 4. Tottenham vs Arsenal. If you followed the Premier League this past season, you were definitely aware of the Champions League race between Tottenham and Arsenal coming down to the final match day. Eventually Tottenham earned their spot in the next competition. This competitive matchup, known as the North London Derby, has seen Arsenal win 79 times, Spurs win 61 times, and 51 ties, for a total of 191 games. In this long history, only 3 hat-tricks have been scored, one being for Spurs by Terry Dyson, and the others being by Arsenal players Ted Drake and Alan Sunderland. To date, Harry Kane, one of England's most loved strikers, holds the most derby goals, currently sitting at 13. The highest scoreline seen between the two squads to date is a 9-goal thriller from 2008. Spurs were hosting the Gunners in a match that went into half-time 1-1. But the second half was full of action as Arsenal managed to bag 4 more goals on the road, while Tottenham could only grab 3 more of their own. All 9 goals were scored by different players, including some big names back then, including Thierry Henry, Canute, Defoe, Perez, and Lundberg. Number 3. Atletico Madrid vs Real Madrid. Another battle of the city makes our list, featuring Real Madrid against Atletico Madrid. The pair has met 229 times so far, with Real winning 113 times, Atletico winning 57, and the two tying 59 times. Both teams have lifted their league's trophy and won the title, but only 2 players have ever done so with both squads. Perez Paya did so in the 50s, and Belgium international goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois won with both sides as well, starting with Atletico in 2014, followed by Real Madrid in 2020, and most recently in 2022. The clubs were also the first ones to ever meet in a Champions League final from the same city, which actually happened twice. First in 2014 in Lisbon, followed by in 2016 in Milan, where Real won both times. 2 years later, the same feat was accomplished, except in the UEFA Super Cup, with Atletico taking the trophy home. Atletico can also boast as the winners of the largest scoreline between the two teams, which happened in 2019 in the International Champions Cup. Atletico would beat out Real Madrid 7-3 in a match where Diego Costa scored 4 goals, including 1 penalty, before being given a red card in the 65th minute, alongside his opponent Carvajal, after getting involved in a scuffle which emptied both teams' benches. Number 2. Manchester United vs Liverpool. Almost anyone who watched the English Premier League can tell you the Northwest Derby is one of the craziest out there. As of now, there have been 209 meetings between the teams, with Manchester United winning over Liverpool with 81 victories, compared to their opponent's 70. The other 58 matches were all ties. Their biggest scoreline dates back to 1908, where a clash between each other resulted in a 7-4 victory for Liverpool at Anfield. This was when both teams were still in the first division. If you want to talk just the Premier League matches between the sides, Liverpool's 5-0 away win in October of 2021 serves as the biggest goal differential between the squads. Number 1. Manchester City vs Manchester United. The Red Devils make the list one last time, and now it's against the reigning champions Manchester City. The two had their first league match in the second division in 1894, and since then have played 187 matches combined from all competitions. United have taken 77 wins out of their meetings, and City are sitting at 57 wins, though their current form could see a turning point in who leads the race in the coming years. Besides that, 53 matches have been tied. Wayne Rooney currently remains as the top goalscorer from the competitive derby, having scored 11 times. Another legend from the club, Cristiano Ronaldo, holds a record of his own for the derby, although maybe less of a wanted one. Out of the 8 red cards seen in the Manchester derby in the Premier League matches, 7 of them have been for Manchester United players, and Ronaldo's name is the only one to come up twice. Other well-known players receiving the remaining 6 red cards include Fellaini, Smalling, Johnny Evans, Alan Smith, Roy Keane, and Manchester City's only red card was for Bernardo Corradi. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and remember to subscribe to get updates on more content just like this. Drop a comment down below who your team's biggest rival is. After that, check out the video on the screen for some more great football content. We'll see you in the next video.